Capital One versus Brzezinski, Anthony J. Brzezinski, 2404940.
Thank you. There's that one, and then here's Hazy too.
Good morning,
Good
Mr.
morning, Your
Bartley.
Honor.
Your appearance?
Lazan Barta, P65425 on behalf of the plaintiff, Capital One Bank.
Ms. Honig, your appearance?
Good morning, Your Honor. Leslie Honig, P71763 for the defendant.
Your motion, Mr. Barta?
Your Honor, actually, we have a stip that we need to file via M-File. This was actually set a week ago. You adjourned it to today to get it filed. We just had a few issues getting it filed, but we actually have it now, and we're going to file it this morning.
A stipulation, what are you guys are settling it? Am I understanding correctly?
That is correct.
Oh, okay. So I adjourned it a week. Well, I wish I wouldn't have brought these home to read them. That's okay. I think the motion's up today, right?
Yes, it was up last week as well.
Okay, yeah. All right, so what do you want me to do? Tell me what you want me to do. This case,
It's gonna be there in the next 2 hours. So you can either adjourn it another week or
Jennifer, just give me a
Hold on one second.
give me a date in July.
Judge, do you want to just do July 7th, your LT day?
No, you can go further. They're going to settle.
Okay.
July
14th.
7th. What do you have, the 17th?
The 14th,
14th at
8:30.
8:30. So I'll have their order and we can cancel this. Okay, July
Sounds great.
14th at 8:30, ladies and gentlemen. Have a good, anything else?
not from plaintiff.
Not from defendant.
Thank you very much. Have a good day, you guys.
Thank you.
too.
Discover versus Hazy. Discover Bank versus John C. Hazy, 2500496.
Good morning, Your Honor. J. Baig, BAIG, P36820 on behalf of plaintiff.
Is John Hazy here?
He was here. I spoke with him.
And then he left? Oh, there
No,
he-
Judge, it bumped him into the breakout room.
Okay, Mr. Hazy,
Well-
your name?
Yes, John Hazy.
Good morning. Did you two
Morning.
talk?
We did. He's got a debt settlement company, Beyond Finance, and they're trying to negotiate with Discover. I told them we're just seeking a judgment today with our motion, and negotiations can still continue, but we want to solidify our position here. So that's where we're at. I still want to go ahead with my motion.
Well, and I did not receive a response from you, Mr. Hazy, correct?
I'm not sure if Beyond Finance, their legal team reached out through all this. We've been working and getting offers from Discover through Beyond Finance, and we just haven't accepted it yet because we just haven't agreed with the terms and just haven't been able to reach the terms yet. So we're trying to negotiate, get more time. Like I said, I'm in
All
this-
I'm asking you is you didn't file a response to his motion for summary disposition, correct?
No.
Okay, you can go ahead and proceed, Mr. Baig.
Yes, just briefly, this is a C9, C10 motion. We've submitted documentary evidence showing use of the accounts to Discover account. This is the original creditor. He hasn't filed any response with any counter evidence. So at this time, we're requesting that our motion be granted. Thank you.
Any response, Mr. Hazy?
No, as of right now, I was waiting for another response from Discover to. I don't know. This is my first time doing any of this, so I have no clue what to do here.
And the problem is the debt settlement company, they're not lawyers. They don't come in and defend people. They negotiate settlements and
Yeah.
this proceeding here. I'm going to go ahead and grant their motion for summary disposition. There's no genuine issue as to any material fact. I'm going to grant this pursuant to MCR 2.116C9 and C10. I'm going to ask you, counsel, to go ahead and give me your breakdown, if you would, please.
Yes, Damages, $6,391.03. Court costs of $148.10 for a total of $6,539.13. We can go ahead and submit an order unless there's I don't know if there's an order in your file, Your Honor.
Let me see. I don't believe so. No, you're going to have to submit a judgment. So I'm granting his motion. The total judgment amount, sir, is going to be $6,539.13. If you choose to, you can file a motion for installment payments where they can't garnish your wages. You can do that going forward, okay? You might want to sit down or at least call Mr. Begg and speak to him about setting up an installment plan with his office in regard to this debt. And then as long as you make those payments as agreed upon, you will not have your wages garnished. Now they could garnish bank accounts and tax returns and the like, but not wages. So that's your options. I sincerely wish you well. Do you have any question, Mr. Hazy?
No, sir.
All right. Anything else, Mr. Begg?
No, Your Honor. He should contact attorney of record, Jeffrey Beers. That's noted on his notice.
Okay, so you can contact Mr. Beers. He's listed right on there. I wish you well, Mr. Hazy. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hold those tablets, please. Can you give me the tablet?
Yes, sir.
Sean Allen Norrock, 25W38719. Norrock up to the podium, and then I'm going to have Justin Nichols and Rana Barrow seated at the table up here, my right, your left. Sir, your name?
Sean Allen.
All right. Let's see here.
Right there.
You got to be careful, Mr. Norrock. You're in a school zone here, right? Right?
Yeah.
To the charge impeding traffic, that's what you want to do is plead to that, right?
Yep.
Responsible or not responsible?
Responsible.
Please accept it. Original charge dismissed 160. Cashier into the hall to your right. Good luck. Thank you.
Sure.
Justin Lee Nichols, 25W838679.
Morning, sir.
Your name?
Justin Nichols.
Colin, you're going to have to go talk to you don't qualify for impeding. You're going to have to take this to the lieutenant there, and he's going to have to figure out something else, okay? You got to slow down, sir. Rana Akram Barrow, 25T645713. He doesn't qualify.
Good morning.
Woodhaven. Okay, so you're going to plead to impeding traffic, right?
Yes.
Responsible or not responsible to that?
Responsible.
Okay, you got to be careful. You're accumulating tickets. 170 is your total. Cashier. Pardon? You're welcome. Slow down, please. Good luck. Lauren Marie Prater, 25T645664. Could I have seated at the table Kassam and Barner right there at this table? My right, your left. Ms. Prater, you can come on up, state your name.
Lauren.
All right. You're going to plead to impeding traffic, right? Okay, just be careful to that charge, responsible or not responsible. 160, cashier under the hall to your right, okay? Slow down a little, thank you. Ali Thafor Gizem Kassam, 25T645734. Good morning, your name?
Good morning, Ali Kassam.
Got to take your hat off, sir. So, you're going to plead to impeding traffic, correct?
Yes.
To that charge, responsible or not responsible?
Responsible.
Okay, I'm going to accept the plea, dismiss the speeding, 150, okay? Cashier into the hall to your right. Good luck.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Javon Terrell Burner, 25T645740. Good morning, your name?
Good morning. Javon Barner.
You're going to plead to impeding traffic, true?
Yes.
to that charge, responsible or not responsible?
Responsible.
Please accept it. 170, cashier end of the hall to your right, okay? Good luck. Aiden Michael Kraft. 25B148724. Your name?
Aiden Michael Craig.
So as I understand it, you paid this, and then you asked for a hearing, and then you met with the department rep, and he's gonna offer you 5 over, right?
Yes, sir.
To the charge of 5 over, which is 1 point, responsible or not responsible?
Responsible.
You're 18, 17?
17.
Where's your mom and dad? Either one here? Tell your son to slow down.
I have.
78 and a 50.
Yes, sir.
You want that good look in the face of yours marred by the windshield or something else?
Yes, sir.
Slow down, okay?
Yes, sir.
These vehicles are not a toy. 175 is your total, original charge dismissed. Please slow down, okay?
Yes, sir.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Ali Ayad Altay, 25B148851. But I have Darian Chico, I think it is, CHECO, seated at the table. Your name, sir? You're going to plead as charged to this? All right, that's 2 points. You're aware of that, right?
Yeah, when I was driving.
I don't need to hear about it. I just want to make sure you're aware of that.
Yeah,
Okay, to the charge failure to yield to emergency vehicle, responsible or not responsible?
I was responsible.
I'll accept the plea. Got to be careful.
You can stay. Or you want to stay?
You got to be careful. 165, please accept it. You can go down the hall and take care of that. Slow down, be careful, please. Darian,
What's the last name on that one?
this one is Alte, L-A-L-T-A-E-E.
Got it, thanks.
And it's $160, 165 rather. Darian Raphael Chico, C25B148758, good morning.
Good morning.
Your name? Did I didn't pronounce that correctly then, huh?
Yes, sir.
All right, so you're gonna plead to impeding traffic, true?
Yes.
To that charge, responsible or not responsible?
Responsible.
Please accepted, 150, you're all set. Cash your end of the hall there, thank you. Connor Benjamin Russ, 25W838871. Good morning, sir.
Good morning, sir.
Your name?
Connor Ross.
You are going to plead responsible to excuse me, impeding traffic, correct?
Yes, sir.
All right, to that charge, impeding traffic, responsible or not responsible?
Responsible.
Please accepted, the speeding's dismissed. They got you going 90, slow down, will you? 155, original charge dismissed. You have a bond of 135, it looks like. So go down, pay the other 20, sign the bond over, and you're all set, all right?
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Best of luck.
Thank you.
Are we ready on Duff?
Ready, Your Honor.
People against John Mark Duff, 22B141576B. Morning, Mr. Duff, your name?
Good morning, Your Honor. John Mark Duff.
Good morning, Your Honor. 190B1520 on behalf of Mr. Duff, who is present via video. Today's the date time set for sentencing. I have had the opportunity to speak with Mr. Duff. I've gone over the pre-sentence report. I just asked for the opportunity to have time.
Sure. I'm trying to figure out, Lisa, can you tell me what the bond is that Judge Hessen was, or Judge Kirsten's referencing? or Judge Hessen rather, is referencing this A file, 86A, it looks like.
There was a personal bond set on June 18th of $1,000.
I see. So he has not been in custody on this at all, correct?
Well, if it was a personal bond, then no.
What is he in custody on?
He's in custody for a probation violation
Okay.
of the Third Circuit.
I see. When was he incarcerated on that?
On Memorial Day, so he's been in there for 29.
How long have you been ordered incarcerated on the probation violation, sir?
He's just.
I have court on the 9th of July, Your Honor, for that.
Well, you don't show up in court. All right. Have you reviewed this report? Are there any material additions, corrections, or deletions?
No, Your Honor.
Anything you'd like to say on his behalf?
Yeah, so when this happened, when he failed to show for the original sentencing, his mother was in hospice. She actually died 3 days after his sentencing. Obviously, that's no excuse to not show up. Just explain kind of what he was going through personally. He has been incarcerated since Memorial Day. He thought it was on this case. Part of his probation was to get a GPS tether. He does have that on. He's hoping to be
On the other case.
on the other case.
Okay.
Right? He's hoping to be continued on July 9th. If this court wants to sentence him to a term of incarceration, we're just asking that it take into consideration 29 days that he's been there. And hopefully set a sentence that would allow him to get out on July 9th if his probation is continued in that matter.
Anything you'd like to say, Mr. Duff?
Your Honor, I don't have any excuses for my actions, so I mean, other than I've been seeing some substance abuse classes while I've been in here. I see the power in numbers, with NA and stuff, but I don't have any excuses for not showing up to your court, your docket that day, though. I apologize.
You don't show up anywhere, though. You're not just isolating us in your decision making. You didn't show up. You got a warrant out of. I'm just covering what I consider to be the bigger ones. You got a shoplifting warrant since 15. You got a DUI, operating under the influence of drugs, from 21, both out of Lincoln Park. You got another bench warrant issued out of Dearborn Heights for a controlled substance violation that happened subsequent to this. You need to get your life in order.
I understand, Your Honor. I know I do. It was a workplace injury, and the same thing that happened to a lot of the country. I was prescribed medication, and it skyrocketed.
What year did that occur?
In 2008 at Bruce Steel, I broke my back, and I was on prescribed medication for a long time. I was working on it, and then I was cut off of it.
It's been since Memorial Day, which was the 26th, you said, correct?
Yeah, it'll be 29 days today.
200 fines, 400 costs, 75 victim choice fee, $50 justice assessment, 7 1/4 in 75 days. I'll give you credit for the 29 days that you served. I'm going to add 15 more if you don't pay your fines and costs. And I'll let you pay those at the rate of $25. Now I'm going to make it $125 per month And I will start that beginning October the 7th. If you are still in custody, you can write me a letter. So you're going to serve 46 more on this case. You have 21 days to appeal, 14 days to apply for a court-appointed lawyer. I really hope you get your life in order, Mr. Duff. Best of luck.
Okay, thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. Thanks, Mr. Duff. Thank you. El Sarimi, Ayman Mohammed Ahmed El Sarimi, 24F 22988. Could I have Vila, Angelina Vila, up here seated at the table? Sir, your name? You owe $195. Why haven't you paid that yet?
I was in another state.
I can't hear you.
I was in another state.
Well, we use a credit card online. You can mail a check. What does that have to do with anything? This was January 6th. You were supposed to pay it that day, I think. I didn't give you time to pay. You walked out without paying?
I don't know how to pay online.
I can't hear you.
I don't know how to pay online because I don't guys speak English.
Do you have this money now?
Yeah,
All of it?
yeah.
All right, you pay 180. I'll waive the balance, okay?
Okay.
Go down the hall, pay 180.
Sir, you gotta take
The
your-
balance is waived, okay?
Okay.
Good luck to you. Angelina Jade Vila, 25F2444041. Good morning. Your name?
Angelina Vela.
You're going to plead impeding, right?
Yes.
Responsible or not responsible?
Responsible.
195, cashier into the hall to your right. You're all set. Good luck.
Thank you.
Alexis Jaden Wittes. 25W838769. Sarah Height, you can have a seat at the table, my right, your left. Ma'am, come on up to the podium. Tell me your name, please.
Alexis Wittes.
You are going to plead responsible to impeding traffic, is that right?
Yes, sir.
To that charge, responsible or not responsible?
Responsible, sir.
You know, listen, you gotta be careful here. Lisa, you got another ticket too?
Yes, I did, sir. It was going 1 to 5 over, I believe.
No. You got another ticket. Wait a minute, let me see here. You got another ticket on June the 5th?
Yes, sir.
You gotta slow down.
I know, sir.
Don't come back and ask me for impeding on that if this is if you get my name on it. You can come and demand a hearing, but you gotta be careful.
I already paid it, sir.
To the charge impeding traffic, responsible or not responsible?
Responsible.
Please accepted 185. Be careful, slow down, please. The insurance companies are gonna love you.
Yeah, I know.
They're gonna send you fruit baskets at Christmas, and you'll probably get a ham at Easter. I don't know. They're gonna love you. Good luck, slow down.
Thank you, sir.
Sarah Nicole Height, 24G306163. Your name? All right, Ms. Height, good morning. You're charged with failure to refrain from consuming alcohol or drugs, testing positive for alcohol June 1 of 25. You have no prior technical violations. If you plead guilty or if you were found guilty after a hearing, I'm just telling you the maximum you could get is 5 days. You understand that? And did you sign an advice of rights form today?
Yes,
Did you read it and understand it?
yes.
You plead guilty, you'll be giving up all those rights and there will not be a hearing or a trial. Do you understand that?
Yes.
You have the right to a lawyer. If you want an attorney, I'll be happy to provide you with one at public expense. Do you understand that?
Yes.
Would you like a lawyer?
Yes.
Okay. I'll enter a not guilty plea. You're gonna go speak with one now, and then you and your lawyer will come in here, okay? Fair enough?
Okay.
All right. Go out in the hallway and he'll set you up, all right? People against Garrett. Amanda Justine Garrett, 25T700567. Garrett out there somewhere? Okay.
Yes,
Your name?
Amanda Garrett.
Okay. Why are you appearing by Zoom? Is there a reason?
I'm in a treatment center.
I see. Okay. All right. So I have a charge here that alleges that you failed to submit the monthly testing as ordered on June the 6th of 25. That's count one. Do you understand that charge?
Yes, I do.
Count two alleges that you failed to provide written verification of attending and completing intensive outpatient treatment with aftercare. Do you understand that charge?
Yes, I do.
If you plead guilty or if you are found guilty of either one of those, or I should say both of those are two separate violations, you could receive 10 days in jail. Do you understand that?
I do.
You are presumed innocent. They have to prove you guilty by a preponderance of the evidence. You have the right to remain silent. You have the right to question their witnesses. You have the right to testify if you so choose. You have the right to bring in your own witnesses, to use the subpoena powers of the court to bring in those witnesses. And if you plead guilty, you're giving up all those rights, including your right to a contested hearing. Do you understand that?
Okay. Okay.
Are you talking to somebody?
Just my case manager.
You need to talk to her about something?
No.
Okay. Do you understand everything I said?
Yes, I do.
Understand if you plead guilty, you're giving up all those rights and we're not going to have a hearing of any kind.
Okay.
You understand that?
Yeah.
All right, just relax.
I know. I'm sorry.
All right, you have the right to a lawyer. I'll be happy to provide you with one at public expense. Would you like one?
Yes.
Okay, I'm going to enter a not guilty plea for you.
Yes.
We are going to set you up with an attorney.
Okay.
And then you're going to come back in front of me after you meet with the lawyer in a breakout room, okay?
Yes. Okay. Thank you.
Are you all right?
I'm just really nervous. I just I'm just had an emotional breakdown.
All right, just relax.
Thank you, Judge McNally.
How long have you been in the treatment center?
14 days.
Is it helping?
Yes, it is. I'm really working on my mental health this time around. My mom got injured for the millionth time this year and sent me into an emotional relapse.
All right.
Only emotional. I didn't reach the point of consuming any alcohol.
Okay, we'll set you up with a lawyer right now. And
All right.
Okay, and then you're coming back in front of me. Thanks.
Thank you, Judge. Yeah.
Tanner Allen Eschenroder, 25G306327. Hey, John. I'm not even videoing. I'm not even on here. My mistake. Did you, sir? Did you take that one too?
Yeah, he was working on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Good morning, Mr. Hyder. Your appearance.
Good morning, Judge Steve Harper, on behalf with Mr. Eschenschroeder, who sits immediately to my left, Judge.
Mr. Eschenroder, your name?
Tanner Eschenroder.
All right. So your client was referred for a screening and assessment after he pled guilty to operating while impaired. The incident occurred April 13 of 25. He pled guilty to on June 9th to operating while impaired, and the super drunk, the 6-month, was dismissed.
Actually, Judge, it was visibly. Actually, Judge, it was visibly impaired.
What did I say?
Impaired.
Well,
You said, yeah. He. Never mind, Judge. You're right. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
That's okay. It's early. It's all right. So
Sorry.
he pled to operating while impaired. The super drunk was dismissed. We do have verification of his AA once a week. There's been so I ordered it May 22nd. He's gone 5 times, once a week. I do have to tell you, I'm concerned about this, but at any rate, have you had a chance to review the report with your client? And are there any material additions, corrections, or deletions?
There is not, Judge. Thank you.
Anything you would like to say on his behalf?
I would, Judge. I want to let you know that Mr. Tanner completely cooperated with the police in this investigation. This incident had no accidents, absolutely had no property damage, Judge. He works 6 p.m. to 3:30 a.m. Monday through Saturday at Ford Motor Company in Monroe. He's had absolutely no incidents with the criminal justice system whatsoever. He's a really good young man, Judge. This has been, I believe, a one-off. I don't think we're going to see him back. I noticed in the recommendation they're requesting 12 months probation, bi-weekly testing. Judge, I noticed in your bond, on the bond recommendation and in your bond order, you did not have him testing bi-weekly. So I'm kind of thinking with his work hours, that might be a little hard for him to hit. So Judge, I'd ask you to reconsider that recommendation of bi-weekly testing and not have him testing, because he hasn't tested for you on bond. There's been no indication that he's relapsing or drinking. He's going to his AA as court ordered. And then, Judge, I'm also asking about the 12-month probation, that you reconsider his 12 months probation and make this non-probation, Judge.
Mr. Eschenroder, anything you'd like to say?
No, sir. He covered most of it.
Okay, so you and I need to have a conversation here. You're 22 years old, and you had almost 3 times the legal limit. Now, I don't keep stats up here. I don't write things down. But I'm telling you, the likelihood of you revisiting the criminal justice system and I'm talking about somebody that has a 2-2 on the blood 1 year after they're legally able to drink, is exponentially high. Statistics tell me that if I have 10 of you that come in here at 22 with a 2-2 on their breathalyzers, 70-80% are coming back. Might be tomorrow, might be in a year, might be in 2 years, might be in 4 years, might be on something else that involves alcohol or drugs or both. I mean, you were drinking. You also admitted that you consumed marijuana. On top of that, I see you have a medical marijuana card. I don't write laws, and I'm not going to make my own laws. I happen to think medical marijuana is bad for you. I don't even know why you need medical marijuana. I'm not going to make a big issue of this. You use it daily. You have any physical problems?
I have scoliosis in my back.
What do you do at Ford Motor Company?
I package. I started on the line and then I transferred plants to now I'm packaging.
I'm just telling you, this is not good. You can think what you want. I know what I'm talking.
I understand what you're telling me.
Good. Well, then
we didn't interrupt you though.
I'm sorry?
I didn't mean to interrupt you, my bad.
Oh, you're
But
fine.
I understand what you're telling me with those statistics, but that I won't be back.
Okay. And I'm not quarreling with you. I hope you don't come back. I just want you to understand that I've been doing this a long time. I've never had somebody, not one person say to me, Judge, I'm coming back in front of you. Not one. So just be careful. 14 months probation. You cannot leave the state without the consent of the court or violate any law or ordinance. If you change your address, your place of employment, or home telephone number, you must notify probation. You have to report as directed. No alcohol, no marijuana, no illegal drugs. I will not violate you if you test positive for THC, so long as you possess a valid medical marijuana card, not because I think that's the right thing to do, but because that's the law. So I'm not gonna quarrel with the legislature or the voters or anybody else. So if you have a valid medical marijuana card, and you test positive, I will not violate you. You're to submit the chemical testing, PBTs and ETGs as follows. Bi-weekly for 4 months. If you're clean, I'll make it monthly. Kratom, poppy seeds, and CBD oils are prohibited. Consuming food or other items containing those substances will be deemed a violation. You're to attend the Victims Impact Panel. You're to attend AANA. I'm upping it to twice a week until you're in an intensive outpatient treatment program. I think you need it. I'm just telling you, when I see these breathalyzers or blood draws this high for somebody that young, a big red flag goes off. So AANA twice a week until an intensive outpatient treatment with aftercare. So once you get into intensive outpatient treatment, you no longer have to attend AA or NA. Also attend the Victims Impact Panel. Also serve 4 days jail credit, 1 serve 3. I'll let you serve those on our court work program. So 3 days court work program, there's a $35 a day charge for that for a total of $105. 300 fines, $225 costs, $75 victim's rights fee, $50 justice assessment. So fines and costs are $650. You do have probation fees of $280 for a total of $930. Cost of recovery is $225 for $1155, and then you have your court work program fees. Totals $1260. You have 21 days to appeal, 14 days to apply for a court-appointed lawyer for purposes of appeal. If you violate probation, you could get 93 days. You may be eligible for early probation, or early termination, I should say, early discharge from probation. So in another 7 months, 7 months from today, if you're clean, you've had no violations within the preceding 90 days, you make application and you will be discharged from probation. That's by law. Do you fully understand the sentence, sir? I can't hear you.
Yes, sir.
You have any questions at all?
No, sir.
Okay, and you understand the alternative is 93 days, correct?
Yes, sir.
Judge, did you include the screening fee?
I did write it down. Maybe I didn't include it.
I just got a different amount.
5, let me double check. 5 1/4, 650, 8, 930, 1130, 1155, 1260. You are correct. Thank you again. I wrote it down and I didn't add it in, so it's 1320. All right. Can you pay all of this, Mr. Hyder?
Can you pay it?
Whenever I can pay it.
He can pay it. Can you have 7 days, Judge?
Well, is he working today?
Yes.
Yes, he is. He goes in at 6 today, Judge.
I would like him to come up here today and get his initial reporting. So if you need 7 days, I'll give you 7 days. If you don't, just pay it when you get here. It's up to you.
Can I get to 7 days, please?
Yeah, I'll give you until the 1st of July, okay? In fact, why don't, yeah, and then come on up here and they'll give you your initial, they'll explain the order and go over everything with you, okay?
We did, okay.
All right, good luck to you. Thank you. Thanks, Mr. Hyder.
Did you say you wanted him up there today, Judge?
Yeah, he should come up here and be instructed by probation. Okay?
Okay, he'll be up there today. Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. Have a good day. Good luck, sir. Thanks. Sarah Nicole Height. Do we have your lawyer? Did you meet with a lawyer yet, ma'am? Okay. Well, when he comes in, you tell my court officer. Christopher Raymond Walker. 25W727443. Your name?
Christopher Raymond Walker.
All right, so I took your plea June 10th. I sentenced you, and then I found out you were drinking, so I held that for naught. null and void, okay? I'm gonna give you a lawyer right now. Mr. Nahikian's doing all the probation, John?
Yes, I already met him.
Okay. Well, as soon as he comes in, I'll take that one too. Okay, so why don't you have a seat at the table right before it, behind you there. Baumgarten. Lynn Marie Baumgarten. Two.
I'm getting.
Who's your lawyer?
This is the.
Okay,
He's in a breakout room with Miss Garrett.
okay. Just have a seat at the table. Have a seat at the table here, ma'am.
He's on his way. Sit right there.
Pew and is his too?
Those are his two.
He's on his way.
All right. So let's get on height. I'm going to need Jessica. On Baumgarten, I'm going to need Elizabeth. Sarah Nicole Height, 24G306163. Good morning, ma'am. Again, your name?
Sarah White.
All right, Mr. Nahikian.
Good morning, Honorable Gentleman, back to your on behalf of Ms. Height, who is to my left.
So how is she going to proceed here?
She is going to plead guilty to the violation, and I'm asking for the opportunity to allocate practice sentence.
Okay, ma'am, is that what you want to do? You look scared to death. Just relax. Just relax. This is the first violation. You don't have to apologize. This is a first violation. Okay? All right, but you do have to keep your voice up for me.
Okay.
So is that what you want to do, is to plead guilty?
Yes.
If you plead guilty, you understand again, you could get 5 days, right?
Yes.
All right. And again, you understand all your rights that I covered with you before. If you plead guilty, you're giving up all those rights and we're not going to have a hearing. Do you understand that?
Yes.
To the charge, fair to refrain from consuming alcohol, testing positive on June 1 of 25. How do you plead?
Guilty.
Did you test positive for alcohol on that date?
Yes.
Had you consumed alcohol, say, within the 3 days preceding that day?
Yes.
Anybody force you to plead guilty?
No.
Plea is accepted. Ms. O'Donnell, your name?
Just going on the probation.
All right. Mr. Nahikian, what would you like to say?
Yes, Your Honor. My client is obviously taking this very seriously. It's not a position she wanted to be in. She is working midnights. She's going to school full time. She actually had to take a leave from school to make sure she's getting everything done that she needs to get done in this case. I don't think there's going to be any future violations for drinking. I think this was a mistake, honestly. She has a little community service left. She only has $110 left on her fines and costs. If anything, I'm asking that the court add community service and allow Ms. Height to continue on her probation.
Where were you drinking at that day?
It was at her sister's house. Her sister's going through a divorce. And it was really an accident.
I'm not making an excuse for what happened, but.
I'm sorry?
I'm not making an excuse for what happened, but my sister just went through a divorce. I just ended up taking a drink out of her tumbler and drinking more than what I thought. I didn't know what it was because she's not much of a drinker. I would have deliberately drank something. I'm not making an excuse for it. I know I was stoned. I should have known what I was doing. But it's not something I would have left backtrack my progress.
Judge, she has been compliant otherwise. She did let me know right away that she drank. So she was honest about it up front, and we had a conversation of, not putting ourselves in those kind of situations. If she'd been honest with them about the fact that she wasn't drinking, that probably wouldn't have happened. But again, she was honest and upfront about it right away, Your Honor.
All right. Pay additional costs of $50. Serve 4 hours of community service. I'm going to give you until July the 15th to complete your community service, and I'll give you the same amount of time to pay your fines, okay? So, or your outstanding $50. So take care of all that by July 15th, all right?
Thank you.
Good luck. All other terms and conditions to remain in full force. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
People against Christopher Raymond Walker, 25W7274443. Is that yours?
I don't have his file, it's called in on somebody else, Judge, but I'm good on Mr.
She's called in
Walker.
the phone gunner.
Okay.
Good, Mario, I will keep it with 520 and have Mr. Walker who was present to my left, state and correct as well.
Christopher Walker.
Give me 1 second, please. So I took his plea before. It turned out he was intoxicated. I think we gave him a PBT. So obviously that plea wasn't made voluntarily and understandingly, and we set aside the plea and the sentence. And you can go ahead and tell me how he's going to proceed now.
Yes, Your Honor. We are going to plead today. I just asked for the opportunity to allocate prior to the sentence being closed.
Ms. Wild, your name?
Elizabeth Reservation, Your Honor.
Is that what you want to do, Mr. Walker? If you plead guilty to this count, you do have one technical violation previously. Therefore, you could get 10 days. Do you understand that?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you sign the advice of rights?
Yes.
Did you read it and understand it?
Yes, Your Honor.
If you plead guilty, you'll be giving up all those rights and there will be no hearing or trial. Do you understand that?
Yes, Your Honor.
To the charge that you failed to refrain from consuming alcohol, testing positive on May 19th, how do you plead?
Guilty.
Did you test positive on May 19th?
Yes, sir.
And did you consume alcohol, excuse me, say within the 3 days preceding that?
Yes, sir.
Anybody force you to plead guilty?
No.
Okay, I'm gonna accept that plea. I find it to be an accurate plea made voluntarily and understandingly. Remind me what happened again. What did he blow on the breathalyzer in here?
0.198.
You're not under the influence now, are you?
No, Your Honor.
All right. What would you like to say, Mr. Mahikian?
Yes, Your Honor. So obviously, last time here was not great. Mr. Walker understands that. I can certainly tell he's not under the influence today. He's a different person. He did do some jail as a result of that. He spent 2 days in jail. As soon as he got out, he had to try to get a new job. He did just get a new job. It's at Take 5 Oil Change. He has been complying with every other condition, and he was also doing IOP on his own. That got a little disrupted with having to meet with the tether agent and his anger management, but he's still doing that on his own. I just ask that the court allow Mr. Walker to continue on his probation. He does have heightened testing.
Did he post his bond that day?
Yeah, I believe so.
You posted $1,000?
I think it was a day after.
Well, I know, but did somebody post $1,000?
Yes, sir.
Do you see that, Lisa? I don't think I have there's a lot of papers over here. Let me double check, but I don't think I have a receipt.
I do not see a bond posted.
Where did you post the bond at?
Where did it get paid?
I'm sorry?
Like, where did it get paid at?
Yeah.
Yeah, Wayne County. My mom was the one who did
Oh,
it.
that's, if he posted at the jail, that's why it takes a little while to make it back here.
2 weeks?
I think he posted it and he might have had to wait to get the tether and then he was released.
I know, but that seems like a long time for them to be not sending their bond over. You understand how serious this is becoming now, don't you? You don't?
Yes, but not fully.
Well, you understand I could revoke your 7694A status. That conviction would remain on your record, would go on your record and stay there. Domestic violence, not good. Do you understand that?
Yes.
I mean, I placed you on probation in February. You're here on 2 violations. You come into court drunk last time. Who's here with you? What do you think?
Yes, Your Honor. I've had lengthy talks with Christopher. I think even last time we were in court, I had discussed that I think that his alcoholism is a bigger issue than I think he's acknowledging. I did communicate with his therapist at the guidance center. The therapist is recommending that he go inpatient. That's coming from his individual therapist. He, in the last couple of weeks, has not been compliant with his attendance at treatment. I spoke with him yesterday about the importance of staying consistent with his attendance. They're not prepared to remove him from the program due to his lack of attendance. But again, I think it's displaying kind of what he needs when it comes to coming in with a 1.9, almost a 2 in my office. To his credit though, I did get the verification of his anger management program. I actually got that this morning. He did complete that program. He is compliant with the other aspects. He's always been great with communicating with me, but again, I think that this is a larger issue at hand than he's acknowledging.
You're on a sober link now, right?
Yes, sir, it's in my pocket.
He's been testing?
He has been testing. His sober link is through the county, so after today, he will have to return that to county, Your Honor, once his bond is done.
I do think if we could get that sober link maybe ordered for a period of time during his probation would help. He made it clear that it kind of keeps him honest with himself, and I do think that's his main issue right now is just needing to feel like somebody's watching instead of being honest with himself.
So how do I put this to you? I ask you straight up if you know how serious this is getting, and you don't seem to have a clue. You tested positive. You came to court drunk. You tested positive back in April. Or at least that's when I heard the probation violation.
So you gotta take your head off.
And now you're not going to treatment? Why aren't you going to treatment?
I think if he missed any treatment, it was due to the tether and the drops. And Wednesday, he had anger management at the same time as his IOP. So it was just, he had 2 requirements at the same time.
Yeah, speak, Your Honor.
Yes.
So the Monday, I had to get my tether officer at 7 a.m. and I was there for a little bit because he was kind of telling me how the sober link worked and what to do with it. Then I had to do a drop around, I think they go from 5 to maybe 7 or 8 or something like that. So I wasn't able to make it there because I would rather go, do my drug test than, miss a drug test and go to IRP. I thought it would be more important for me to go to DNA test.
I want you to do both.
We're there from 4 to 7.
You're going to have to figure it out.
From today on, I know I'll be able to make it every day now. That's kind of what I'm hoping to do now. But there was so much stuff in the way. I didn't know really which one to go to. I didn't want to miss the test and then go to IOP and then violate again in order.
I'm only telling you, you're very close to going to jail today. Really close. I can't believe, I get the whole addiction thing, the alcohol problem. I get all that. But coming to court like that, how incredibly disrespectful. 0.19, my Lord. Come on.
I want to apologize about that.
Well, I don't want your apology. I want you to stop this before you completely ruin your life. I'm going to keep you on probation, subject to all existing terms. You're to pay additional. How often is he testing now?
Your Honor, I don't have his file with me. I apologize. I do not know that off the top of my head. If he lets me know what color he is.
Yeah, I only ordered monthly testing. That's going up.
He's lying. It's twice a month, Your Honor.
I'm sorry?
He's testing twice per month.
Okay, I must have increased it before. Let me just double check that. Yeah, I did. I think this is gonna send a message to you as to how close you are to going to jail. Pay additional cost of $100. Serve 2 days on the court work program and pay $70 for that. You're to be on a SoberLink device by the end of the day until September 1. You're to test weekly until September 1. If you're clean, I'll then revert it to bi-weekly for 4 months. If you're clean, then it will be monthly. So SoberLink device by beginning today until September 1, 2 days court work program, pay $70 for that. Test weekly until September 1. If you're clean, bi-weekly for 4 months after that, then monthly, and $100 in cost. So you owe $170. I'm gonna say you can pay all of this by, I'll just say July the 20th. You will meet with probation. This is your last chance. You understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, I wish you well. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Lidbury Baumgarten, 23T703372. And then I'm gonna start to move you guys out of here after this one, okay? So we're gonna you can have a seat up here, Hollowell and Walters, and I'll try to move you out of here. Your name, ma'am?
I'm not ready.
Mr. Meekin?
Good morning, Your Honor. 1520 on behalf of Ms. Baumgarten. She lives 2 miles out.
So I revoked her status June 2nd. I told her she was to bring in proof of incarceration. I set a sentence date for June 10th. I adjourned it until today. So this is actually me just sentencing her anew, and she's to bring proof of incarceration. What does that show me, counsel?
Yeah, it shows that she was incarcerated from September 7th to October 2nd, 2023, which is 26 days. Then November 30th until January 9th, 2024, which is 41 days. And then June 2nd to June 5th of this year.
How? That's 4 days. And what was the other ones again? The first one?
First one was 26 days. That was September 7th to October 2nd, 2023.
Jeez.
And the second one was November.
Right, I got that one.
We have a total of 73.
What?
Well, that's 71, and then she also was in Trenton from 5/31 to 6/1 prior to getting moved to the Wayne County Jail.
Wow, you're a world traveler. You've been to them all. What, are you gonna stop this, or you just wanna just?
A year and a half.
Well, how were you in custody all these days?
And I messed up and got sentenced, and then I went to rehab.
What'd she do? Have a bond violation? I mean, a probation violation? Is that what happened on all these? Can you tell me? Do you know?
One of them, I don't have all of them. One of them, she picked up a new case while on probation out of Wyandotte.
What was that?
It was, she pled to RHO on September 19 of 23. She had 2 other counts that were dismissed, and Judge DeSantis had sentenced her to 45 days. So that would account for, I believe, that first jail sentence that Mr. Nahikian indicated. The second one, I'm not aware of that one. But I do know that that is most likely from the new offense that she picked up in Wyandotte.
We're not keeping anybody up here, are we? Huh? Okay, I just wondered. I didn't know, I mean. Okay, you in custody in November?
Actually, for one of the new case, I think everything's taken care of now. I thought this one was taken care of. I didn't believe it, I didn't know about it.
She did send a plea by mail while she was in the jail, and she was also.
What did I tell her?
I don't know if they got to the court or what happened, or she didn't get.
Oh, I said I'd reviewed it and it was denied. That was in January of 2004 that I responded to her December 26th.
That's what she was into. But she also went to Genesis for 45 days. She did QPH, finished in February 2024. Or actually, yeah, technically it was February 2024.
What do you think here?
Your Honor, with Ms. Baumgarten, I tried to communicate with her several times. You know, obviously, we're going back to 2023, and she was non-compliant. She has claimed that she's completed treatment before, had a variety of reasons, didn't show for testing. I think that's all in line with what she's indicating today as far as her addiction. But I do know that she was to show proof, I think today, of not just the incarceration, but that she successfully completed her Genesis program. I don't have that in the file. Looks like Mr. Nahikian has that.
Can you show that to her, please? Can I have the first page of her register?
So it looks like she completed 6 weeks, November 15 of 2023. Credit for completing a treatment program, but it sounds like even after that, she continued to use and continued to.
And then I went to QEH, she completed in February of 2024, and I've been something. Just for the year and a half.
So, and again, continue to use and continue to pick up new offenses, yeah.
Well, I don't see anything after November of 23. I don't see anything after November of 23 out of Wyandotte. You absconded here. How much is owed on this case, Lisa? Can you tell me?
$456.
I set a 5,000 10% bond on June the 2nd. Did you post that?
No, I didn't.
Well, how were you released?
The jail put me on the tether.
What's that?
The Wayne County put me on the tether.
That was nice of them.
They didn't tell me a reason. They
Just put you on a tether.
Correct.
Oh, well, I have to tell you, I'm not sure I don't want, in fact, I know I do, and I didn't order one before. I want an updated screening on this, updated PSI on this. I just feel like I need some more information on some of these. It's unclear to me certain aspects of this, and I want to make sure I'm doing the right thing. So let's do an updated pre-sentence report, and I don't need a screening, but we'll get all this documentation together, okay?
I'm sorry, Judge, you said not a screening, just an
No,
updated
just an
PSI?
updated PSI. But you're gonna get her everything. You said you went to the other program there. I want proof of that.
All right.
Lisa, give me a sentence date again in about 2 weeks.
July 8th at 8:30.
July 8th at 8:30, okay, ma'am?
Okay.
All right, go down the hall, get your notice, and then go over to probation. I just need I need to figure something out on this. Thank you. Good luck.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, folks, I'm really sorry. I'm gonna move through some of these. If you got another one you want to go take care of, that's fine. I've got a lot of these pleas on this. Jerry Lynn Hollowell, 25T645547. Your name, ma'am?
Gary Hollowell.
All right, so you met with them, no injuries, minor damage, that they're gonna offer you impeding. Do you want to do that?
Yes,
To that charge of impeding traffic, responsible or not responsible?
I'm responsible.
I'll accept the plea to dismiss the original charge, 195. You're all set. Thank you.
Have a good day.
Haley K. Walters, 25W8377004A. Your name, ma'am?
Haley Walters.
All right, let me just check something here. Oh, this is a show cause for fair to pay. Why didn't you pay this?
Honestly,
I want honesty.
I forgot.
You forgot.
I'm willing, I mean, I can pay it all today. So
Why don't you come and talk to me?
I forgot about it.
I forgot about it. I
I've
want
got
to
2
forget the,
kids, like, I just lost my grandma. I just forgot.
I'm sorry. I really am. All right, look. You just got to come and talk to us, okay? You pay 180, I'll waive the balance, all right?
Thank you.
If you ever have this happen again, you don't have the money, call the court, we'll go on Zoom, come in and talk to me, I'll give you an extension, all right? Good luck. Go down the hall and take care of that. I'm sorry about your grandma. Muhammad Suleiman, 25B148722. Your name? Okay, so you're gonna plead the 5 over?
Yes, sir.
You like to speed, huh? Well, maybe you should go join the NASCAR circuit or something. Slow down.
Yes, sir.
To the charge 5 over, responsible or not responsible? All right, 135, cashier into the hall. You're all set. Good luck. Brianna Ashley Downs, 25W838911. Could I have Hatmaker, Eldoribi seated at the table, and then when they're gone, Phillips after they're done. Ma'am, your name?
Brianna Downs.
All right, so you're going to plead to impeding traffic, true?
Yes, sir.
To that charge, responsible or not responsible?
Responsible.
Accept your plea. $160 is your total. You can go down the hall and take care of that. Have a good day.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Good luck. Michael Gary Hatmaker, 25T645622. Your name?
Michael Henry.
You're going to plead to impeding, right?
Yes.
Responsible or not responsible to that?
Responsible.
I'll accept the plea, 150. You're all set. Good luck. Caleb, Eldarabi,
Yep.
right?
Yeah.
Okay. 25T645719. Your name?
Yep. Kelly. Adjournment.
Okay, you're going to plead to impeding traffic, right?
Yep.
Is that what you want to do? Yes?
Yes.
To that charge, responsible or not responsible? Responsible to impeding?
Yeah.
160 is your total. Original charge dismissed. You're all set. Good luck.
Okay, thank you so much.
You're welcome. Jacob Michael Phillips, 25B148863. I want Collins and Hartzog seated there. Your name?
Jacob Phillips.
You're going to plead to impeding traffic, correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
Responsible or not responsible to that?
Responsible.
Please accepted. Listen, failed to yield to emergency vehicle. You be careful, huh?
Yes, sir.
All right, 165. End of the hall, you're all set. Good luck.
Thank you, sir.
Dane DeVille Collins, the second, 25B148737. Your name?
Thank you, Collins.
You're going to plead to impeding?
Yes.
Responsible or not responsible to that?
Responsible.
Please accepted, 160, cashier under the hall to your right. Good luck. Thanks. Paige Hartzog, 25B148607. Your name?
Paige Hartzog.
You're going to plead to impeding, right?
Yes, sir.
Responsible or not responsible to that charge?
Responsible.
Please accepted, 160, cashier under the hall to your right. You're all set. Good luck. Luis Jaramillo, 25B148775. And I'd like Antoinette Arnold and Andrew Ferguson seated at the table. And when they
Mr.
vacate, I
Fenwick,
want Diamond up here and Van Vliet, once they're no longer sitting there. Your name, sir?
Luis.
Luis what?
Come on, how do you?
Okay, you're going to plead to impeding, right?
Yes.
Responsible or not responsible to that?
Responsible, sir.
Sir, you gotta take your hat off.
All right, you got to be careful. 170.
Judge, what was the last name on that one?
Jaramillo, Jaramillo. Luis.
Got it.
Okay, 170, cashier into the hall to your right. Good luck. Antoinette Marie Arnold, 25B1485568. Your name.
Antoinette Marie Arnold.
You're going to plead to impeding, right?
Correct.
All right. To that charge, responsible or not responsible?
Responsible.
You got to be careful too here. Was this in April 18th? You got to be careful too here. Was this in April 18th? Yes, it was. All right, I'm gonna accept the plea. 170 is your total. I know you posted a bond. You go down the hall, sign the bond over, pay 5 more, and you're all set, okay?
Thank you.
Best of luck. And a default judgment set aside on that. Andrew John Ferguson, 25B148753. Mr. Ferguson, your name?
Andrew John Ferguson.
All right, so you're going to plead to impeding traffic, true?
Yes.
Responsible or not responsible to that?
Responsible.
Plea is accepted, 150, cashier under the hall to your right. Good luck. James Andrew Diamond, 25B148745. Name? Your name?
James Andrew Diamond.
You're going to plead to impeding traffic, correct?
Correct.
To that charge, responsible or not responsible?
Responsible.
Please accepted, 150, you're all set. Good luck.
Thank you.
Kaylan Van Vliet, 25W838767. Your name? You're going to plead to expired plate, right?
Yes.
To that charge, responsible or not responsible?
Responsible.
Okay, I'll accept the plea. Do you have valid registration now?
I have plans to get it when I leave. At night.
You gotta get that. You gotta get it. Help you to get in and drive here, right?
I'm with my mom.
Ah, 135. When can you pay this?
Do I set up a payment plan with the cashier?
With me?
I was wondering if I could do half 2 weeks from now. Then
Yes.
the rest a month.
Pay 65. Pay 65 by July. Seventh, balance by July 21. If you need more time, call the court. We'll go on Zoom. I'll give you an extension, okay?
Thank you.
Good luck. Justin Lee Nichols, 25W838679. Your name?
Justin Lee Nichols.
All right, so you're gonna plead as charged, right?
Yes, sir.
To that charge, responsible or not responsible?
Responsible.
Mr. Nichols,
Yes, sir.
you gotta be careful with your record here, son.
Yes, sir.
I mean, seriously. 135, cashier into the hall to your right. Good luck.
Thank you.
DeMarco Maurice Webb, 25W838709. He didn't show up. Default judgment center. People against Andrea Lynn Brewer. Andrea Lynn Brewer. 25B148214. Your name?
Andrea Lynn Brewer.
You're going to, I'm going to arraign you on this probation violation. They think that you failed to refrain from consuming alcohol or drugs, testing positive. Testing positive for cocaine in count 2 and benzo. I could never pronounce that word.
Benzodiazepine.
I know, but they've got a different name written down here. But anyway, you've got those 2 counts. You plead guilty. If you're found guilty, that'd be 2 technical violations. You could get 10 days. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
And did you sign, read, and understand the advice of rights?
Yes, sir.
If you plead guilty, you'll be giving up all those rights, and there will not be a hearing or a trial. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
You have the right to a lawyer. I'll be glad to give you one. Do you want a lawyer?
I do.
Okay, I'm gonna enter a not guilty plea. I'm going to, I'm gonna give you a not guilty plea. And I'm going to give you a lawyer. We'll set you up. And then you come back here with when your lawyer and you have fully talked about everything, okay?
Yes, sir.
Okay, that's what I'll do. Thank you very much. You can go out in the hall, we'll set you up. Daryl Ray Garrett Jr., 24F726034. Daryl Garrett here? Do we know, is Daryl Garrett here? Pardon?
He's on Zoom, Judge. He's coming in.
Oh, okay. Daryl Ray Garrett Jr., 24F726034. Mr. Garrett, you need to start your video, sir. Your name? I didn't pick you up very well. You're gonna have to repeat that.
Daryl Garrett.
Where are you now? Why did you get permission from somebody to not show in person today, or what?
I live in Tennessee.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, that explains it. I see. All right. So you have three counts. Failure to attend your scheduled probation visit on June the 5th. Failure to register and complete a handgun education program. Count 3, failure to pay your fines and costs as ordered. If you plead guilty, if you're found guilty, you could get 15 days on these. Do you understand that?
Yes.
All right, you are presumed innocent. They have to prove you guilty by a preponderance of the evidence. You have the right to testify at a hearing or remain silent. If you remain silent, that silence would not be held against you. You plead guilty, you're giving up all of those rights, and we're not going to have a hearing. Do you understand that?
Yes.
You still have the right to a lawyer, and I'll be happy to give you one. Do you want one?
No.
Are you sure? I'm just asking.
Yeah, I'm sure.
All right, so I'm going to ask you how you plead to each one of these now. Count 1, that you failed to attend your scheduled probation visit on June the 5th of 25. How do you plead?
Guilty.
Did you fail to attend that probation visit on that date?
Yes.
Anybody force you to plead guilty?
No.
And count 2, that you failed to register for and complete a handgun education program. How do you plead? You got to keep your voice up. Say it again, please.
Guilty.
Count 3, that you failed to pay your fines and costs as ordered. Balance due $745. How do you plead?
Guilty.
Did you fail to pay your fines and costs as ordered? And did you also fail to register for and complete a handgun education program?
Yes.
Anybody in the world force you to plead guilty?
No, Your Honor.
I'm going to accept your plea as to all 3 counts. I'll need Jessica on this. Why didn't you do these things?
I just been out of work ever since an accident, and I'm just low on money.
You're out of work? Is that what you said?
Yes, Your Honor.
When did you last work?
It's been a couple years.
Did you have an injury? Is that what you said?
Yes.
I heard you say injury, but you kind of cut out.
Yes, traumatic brain injury.
Okay, so why didn't you show up for the appointment by Zoom? They were going to let you do that by Zoom. They told you that, right?
Yeah. That was honestly it was an accident. Complete accident. I did not mean to miss it.
Your name?
Just hold on, probation.
Who do you live with, sir?
With my son.
How are you supporting yourself?
I barely am. That's why I moved to Tennessee. My father owns a house in Tennessee, and he's letting me and my son stay here for free.
Who owns this? Wait, you're cutting in and out. Just stay right there. Who owns a house in Tennessee?
My father.
Okay, so he's allowing you to stay there.
Yes.
Have you had any contact at all with him?
I'm sorry, Your Honor.
Have you had any contact?
Yes, I've had appointments with him back back and forth. He's completed both his days in the court work program. When he was originally sentenced, you ordered that once he completed his court work program days, he can move out of state.
Actually, I didn't sentence on this.
Oh,
Kirsten did so in my absence. Go ahead.
Yeah, so I've had contact with him, we've had appointments, he hasn't made a payment since September. I talked to the New Frontier regarding the handgun class. As of June 5th, he hasn't registered for it. He
How
hasn't
much is that?
The handgun education class is $150. I'm sorry, it's $125.
Did you apply for Social Security disability?
Yes, I did, Your Honor, and actually, this Thursday, I have a settlement conference. So I should have some money here within a couple weeks. It's just, it's been really tight.
And that's my concern, Your Honor, too, is he's set to be discharged in September, so that doesn't give us a whole lot of time for him to be able to get these things done.
I know. So you gotta pay your money, but I could extend it. This was not taken under any statute, or was it?
It was not taken under any special
No,
statute.
so I can extend it if I need to. Look, I want you to attend the program. I'm going to adjourn your sentence. I want to see you do that program. I want to see you pay the fines. If you absolutely cannot pay the fines, I'll let you do community service in lieu of payment of fines. I'm going to adjourn the sentence. Give me a date about 3 weeks ago, or 3 weeks from now, Lisa.
I'm sorry, you said 3 weeks?
Correct.
Hold on. July 17th at 8:30.
July 17th at 8:30, I'd like you back here, okay? You figure out where you're going financially. Maybe you can talk to your father about borrowing some money to go to this handgun prevention program. Do you need to meet with him today?
I'll email him everything he has, everything.
She will email you everything, okay?
Okay.
Write that date down, July 17th, 8:30, okay?
Okay.
Is that what yes, July 17th, 8:30. Good luck to you.
Thank you.
David Allen Story, 25T708117. Good morning, Sergeant.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Your appearance?
Sergeant Aaron Police Department.
Please your right hand. You solemnly swear or affirm on the penalties of perjury, the testimony you give in these proceedings will be the whole truth, self you got.
I do.
Okay, go ahead.
Your Honor, on March 4th, 2025, at approximately 5:45 p.m., Trenton Police Department officers were made aware of a police pursuit initiated by Wyandotte PD for a hit and run crash. Patrolman Fields from Trenton PD observed a fleeing vehicle on southbound West Jefferson and Sibley Road entering the city of Trenton. Patrolman Fields was in a full police uniform, fully marked patrol car. He activated his emergency lights and sirens and began pursuing the vehicle. The defendant vehicle disregarded a red light at southbound West Jefferson and King Road and accelerated 50 miles per hour in a 25-mile-an-hour zone, residential zone, including past a park located on West Jefferson. The defendant's vehicle became stuck in traffic on West Jefferson and West Road. Patrolman Fields and Patrolman Limbaugh from Trenton Police Department approached the defendant's vehicle and observed the lone occupant of the vehicle, and later identified as the defendant, David Allen Story, white male, 7/27 of 1973. The defendant was placed under arrest and taken to Corwell, Trenton for a blood draw. A blood sample was analyzed by the Michigan State Police Laboratory with the result of 0.317 grams of alcohol per 100 milliliters of blood. The defendant's driving record is also listed as revoked with 6 prior alcohol convictions. Referring to the 2 prior alcohol convictions for the third offense notice, we're showing December 17th, 2003 out of the 82nd District Court, as well as July 25th, 2012 out of the 34th Circuit Court.
Okay. Was there an accident?
Not the accident. I'm wondering if the prosecutors got confused because it was an accident in Wyandotte. And they listed that as the third offense notice, but
No, but on the fleeing,
on the fleet elude, right,
he wasn't fleeing and eluding at the time of the accident in Wyandotte.
that we know of. But I think the third offense, or I'm sorry, the third degree, he goes through a residential zone in a park also. So I don't know if that covers it or if that's second degree.
Okay. I didn't hear you say that there was an accident.
Yeah, there was no accident in the city.
I was kind of thrown for a loop there.
Right.
Give me one
I was
second.
reading that myself.
Give me 1 second here. Oh, wait a minute. What street was he fleeing and eluding on?
The entire time was on West Jefferson.
Yeah, so. And the speed limit is 35 miles an hour there, right?
Not when you after you go south past Truex, it drops 25.
Okay.
Residential.
But it's, at least it's 35 miles an hour or less is, I guess, the way I was putting
Yes,
it.
you're right.
So I'm gonna make this. All right. I'm gonna strike. Just give me 1 second. I have to change this on both the complaint and the warrant. If you just give me another minute. So I'm just going to change this. I'm going to strike which resulted in a collision or an accident. I'm going to add in an area where the speed limit is 35 miles per hour or less. The court authorizes the complaint. I find probable cause to believe these crimes were committed. OWI 3, you do have the drive while suspense, revoked, denied second. And there's sufficient evidence for the prior conviction giving rise to the habitual second notice, which was back in 2012, the conviction for OWI 3. You've already signed the complaint. And I'm going to go ahead and sign it and date it and initial the change on both the complaint and the warrant. Okay, I think that covers it. Have a good day. Thank you. Bye now. Okay. I'm gonna move a lot of you out now. All right, Sterner, Melena Noel Sterner, 25B148471. Then I want Justin Coleman up here and Farhan Ajmal seated up here. Come on up, Ms. Sterner. Your name?
Elena Stern.
All right. Give me 1 second. All right, so you're gonna plead to impeding, right?
Yes,
To that charge, responsible or not responsible?
responsible.
I'll accept your plea, 195, cashier under the hall. You're all set. Justin William Coleman, 25B148861, your name?
Justin Coleman?
All right, so you're going to plead to impeding traffic, right?
Yes, sir.
Responsible or not responsible to that charge?
Responsible.
And accept the plea, 165, cashier under the hall to your right. Good luck. Farhan Ajmal, 25B148755. I want Houston, Sear, Robinson, and Payne all coming up here. Your name? You're gonna plead to impeding, right? Responsible or not responsible to that? I'll accept the plea, 150. Cashier under the hall to your right. Good luck. Ashlyn Corinne Houston, 25B148511. Your name? All right. I'll set aside the default judgment. You got to be more careful with that, okay? You're going to plead to impeding traffic, right? Responsible or not responsible to that? All right, so we're going to make sure, Lisa, we take that conviction off her record. 150 is your total. Cashier under the hall to your right. Good luck. David Evander Sear. Oops, it's CYR. Anybody by that name here?
He's on Zoom, Judge. He's out of town.
Oh, okay. Your name, sir?
Hold on, it put him back in the breakout room.
That's all right. Let's do Zachary Robinson. Zachary Spencer Robinson, 25B148789. Your name?
Zachary Spencer Robinson.
You're going to plead responsible to impeding traffic, correct?
Yes, sir.
Responsible or not responsible to that charge?
Responsible.
All right, I'll accept the plea, 150. You're all set. Good luck. Payne, Diane Payne, 25B148452. Mr. Sear, you need to start your video. There you go. I'll be with you momentarily. Your name? You can come up to the podium, ma'am. Your name?
Diane Payne?
All right. You're going to plead to impeding, right?
Correct.
To that charge, responsible or not responsible?
Responsible.
195. You're all set. Good luck. Thank you. David Evander Sear, 25B148850. Your name? Your name's? All right. You got to be careful here. Your record looking ugly. You're going to plead to impeding, right? Are you going to plead to impeding traffic?
Yes, sir.
All right, nice and loud. To that charge, responsible or not responsible? You got to say it again. You cut out. Responsible or not responsible?
Responsible.
Say it again.
Responsible.
All right, 175 is your total. You can pay that today. You're not in a moving car, are you?
Where is the phone to take it out of here?
Yeah, I'm out for work. I'm out of state for work.
You cannot be in a moving car. Come on, hold your head. 175, cashier, pay it today, please. Clarice Lee, 24B146307B. Is she here? Clarice Lee, your name? Feinberg, Laura Jean Feinberg, 25B148700. morning. Your name?
Laura Feinberg,
You're gonna plead to impeding, right?
yes,
Responsible or not responsible?
responsible.
Be careful, please, okay? 195. Good luck. Adriana Lynn Bonner. 25B 148463. Boy, a lot of accidents, it seems like. Your name?
Adriana Lynn.
You're gonna. Who did this one? Officer Dubois. Nobody was hurt, right?
No.
Any serious damage to either car?
I was driving the bus. I know, just the fender and that's it.
All right, you gotta be careful. You're a bus driver?
Yes, I am. I was making a right-hand turn,
Were there kids in there?
about 10, yes.
Nobody was hurt.
Nobody was there.
To the charge impeding traffic, responsible or not responsible? 195, original charge dismissed. Good luck.
Does that have to be paid today?
If you don't have the money, I can give you an extension.
Yes, please.
How long do you need?
I would say maybe about until next Friday, if possible.
I'll just make it July the 8th, okay?
Thank you.
Best of luck.
Your Honor, I meant to put there were no injuries and no minor damage on that if I did not.
Okay, that's fine. I assumed that. Thank you. Clarice Lee, 24B 146307B. Ms. Lee, your name?
Yes. Yes, Clarice Lee.
Where do you live?
Brownstown, 23471.
Well, you need to show up in person here.
Judge, I told her to appear by Zoom because
I'm at,
she had to have this cleared for work today, her warrant cleared.
Where have you been?
clearing up other tickets, and I thought I cleared this up in Dearborn because the courts combined. So I guess I just missed this. I wasn't ignoring it. I thought I cleared everything up, but this was, I guess, a separate court. I was driving and didn't even know.
Okay, slow down. She owes
Okay.
$344, right?
Yes, 344.
Can you pay all of this today?
No, that was the problem. I do work. I just need time to pay it, and I will pay it. I paid a couple of tickets in Dearborn, and I thought this was one. I didn't know it was a separate court.
How much do you make per hour?
I make $18.75 an hour, and my rent is $1,400.
Why? Do you have kids?
Yes.
You live in a house or an apartment?
I live in a townhouse. I guess that's a townhouse. It's like apartments.
$1,400 a month, huh? Wow. All right.
Yep,
Well,
$395. Car note $693.
all right. Tell me when you can pay this.
I need 2 weeks when I get paid.
You're going to be able to pay all of this in 2 weeks.
It's gonna be a struggle, but I can try. That means I take from one bill to pay that, but I'll do it if that's what I have to do.
When do you get paid?
Because with a warrant, I won't be able to work like that. I get paid in 2 weeks from today.
You pay
I don't know the
$75. Hang on, slow down. You pay $75 bi-weekly, and I'm going to start this beginning July the 8th. So every other week you pay $75. If you don't have the money, you call the court. If you don't do either one of those things, you can call the court. I'll give you an extension. If you don't do either one of those things, I'm issuing a warrant. You follow me?
I follow you. I got one question though. This courthouse, this is Trenton? Where's this courthouse? Where's this courthouse?
Wait a minute, slow down. Phone, out of the courtroom, please.
I actually turned it off.
I know, I want it out.
You say by pay.
We're on 19,000 Van Horn. We're right on the corner of Van Horn and Allen. In Woodhaven.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay. I will do that. Would that remove the warrant now?
I'm gonna remove the warrant, but I'm telling you, if you ignore me again, I'm re-entering it. And I want you to make a note of that, Lisa. I'm serious. I'm gonna re-enter that warrant if she doesn't pay,
I
okay?
promise you.
All
I
right, good
promise
luck.
you, I won't.
Lillian,
Thank
good luck. Lillian, Claire.
Thank you.
You're welcome. 25B1488028A and B. Where's she at?
She's on Zoom also, Judge.
Ms. Smith, come on up. State your name, please. Your name?
Lillian Smith.
You're going to plead as charged to limited access 5 over. That's 0 points, but it will go on your record. And then they're going to dismiss the seatbelt, right?
Correct.
That charge of 75 and a 70 seatbelt violation, responsible or not responsible?
Responsible.
I mean, what did I say? To charge 5 over, 75 and a 70, responsible or not responsible? I'm sorry.
Responsible, 75 and a 70. Yes.
Correct. 150 is your total. Seatbelts dismissed. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Louis Timothy Luzon. 25B148391. Your name?
Louis Luzon.
So you're going to plead to violation of graduated license permit. And he gave you a warning for improper backing and hit and run. What are you doing?
I wasn't paying enough attention.
Well, I know, but then you left the scene.
Oh, yes, I was just scared and caused a lot more trouble staying there. But that was the opposite, of course.
Come on, use your head. How old are you?
I'm 17 years old.
Did you graduate?
I just graduated recently, yes, sir.
All right, to the charge violation of graduated license permit, responsible or not responsible?
Responsible.
Please accepted 120. Listen, treat your license with due care and caution. Okay?
Yes, sir.
Good luck to you. Dylan Ferguson. Dylan Martin Ferguson. 20W82701-041.
Good, we're on thank you get 1520 on behalf of Mr. Ferguson, who assumed I will have to state names for the record. Dylan Ferguson.
Mr. Ferguson, how are you?
All right.
I remember you. That's not a good sign.
I've been doing this like 3 times this year, I think, for this.
Not in front of me, have you?
Yeah, for this particular thing.
Have you? Let me see. So he has told defendant if he can come up with restitution, I'll consider credit for time served or community service. The restitution was $206.92. He's now paid $40, $70, $100. So he still owes, what's he owed now? $719, $692. Lisa, and then he's got, and still 100 of that or so is restitution, right?
Yeah, I think he still has 100.
Where's he work at?
I'm working for a company installing fences right now.
How many hours do you work?
I'm getting around 25,
How much do you make per hour?
22 right now. I have mental problems, so I was trying to get on Social Security before this, but I wanted to get this paid and had some other stuff.
You can pay the remainder by June 27th, that's when he gets paid.
All of it? $819?
Well, the remaining restitution. I think it's like 100 or a little over 100. He did do significant jail.
How much? How many days did he do?
He did 30 days, I think, for this case, and then he did 1 year on his felony probation, or his felony case out of the Sixth Circuit. He did complete.
When's he get his next check?
By this Friday, I believe.
Is that right?
It would have already been paid, sir, but,
Don't worry about it. I'm just gonna adjourn it. How long do you want me to adjourn it for? I'll adjourn the sentence. He's gonna end up doing community service if he can't come up with more. And there's gonna be a lot of it because he's still gonna owe over $700 or thereabouts.
but, Your Honor, I thought last time you said if I make sure I could pay the restitution, since I already did some jail time, like I can make sure that's paid off this week.
I said I'll consider court credit for time served or community service. That's what I said. But I'll consider that still. I'm not throwing that out, but I want to see if, I don't want to engage in hypotheticals here. Let's just.
Well, I'll pay the 100-something that's left this week. It would already been paid, but.
Lisa, give me another date in a couple of weeks, please, or whatever, when Mr. Nahikian's here again.
You want to go 4 weeks?
What's that?
Is there any chance he could appear via Zoom? It's impacting his ability to work, which is really the main thing here, is getting that money so he can pay it.
Yeah, I'll do that. What day do you want to give me, Lisa?
Is 4 weeks okay?
Yeah, that's fine.
July 22nd at 8:30.
July 22nd at 8:30. Defendant can appear by Zoom.
Thank you.
But I need you to be able to communicate with me, okay? Don't make me chase you around and walk around and everything else, all right? Thank you.
That restitution this week then? Yep.
Yeah, get it here as soon as you can, and we'll have our sentencing on that date. And you go down the hall and get your notice, okay? Thank you. Hamam Ali El Makre, 25T645533. Is he by Zoom too? How about Haley Marcia Solomon, 25T645375. She failed to appear at default judgment center in favor of plaintiff against defendant Stephen Michael Vargas, 25T645712. Defendant failed to appear at default judgment center in favor of plaintiff against defendant Abian Ricardo Madrigal, 25T645618. Default judgment. Defendant failed to appear. Juries Ehab Kildani, 25B148588. Defendant failed to appear. Default judgment. Elijah Lopez, 25B148591A. Defendant failed to appear. Default judgment. Ahmad Allah Thabata, 25B148649. Defendant failed to appear. Default judgment entered in favor of plaintiff and against defendant. Elijah Trinidad Lopez, 25B148591. B. No proof of insurance. Defendant failed to appear. Default judgment. And finally, Issam Mohammed Al Kalani, 25B148862. That defendant failed to appear. And then I have Hamam Ali Al Makre, 25T645533. He failed to appear at default judgment. Thank you. Mr. Fowler, I'm going to get your case and I'm going to explain to you what I'm going to do here. Just give me a minute. You got to give me a minute, though. We're going to take a 5-minute recess. Everybody stay seated, please. You're good, John.
Can I get your name on the Samsung phone?
Yes, Sylvester Smith.
I'm sorry, what's the last name?
Smith.
Smith.
Sylvester, Sylester.
Okay, I see it. Just give us a few minutes, okay?
Okay.
Right. Not much, how you doing? You got going on? Not much, it's another day in paradise.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, those are good things to talk and the battle cover something.
First, you put probation.
No. No.
Even though it's got a blue line.
So Mr.
First.
Yeah.
Whose case is this? What's your name, sir?
Connor Fenwick.
It's an in custody arraignment, Your Honor.
Sometimes I don't get these this is for a probation violation, right?
A violation and then an arraignment on another charge that he was never arraigned on.
I need to get the probation violation. John, take this over to probation. Tell him I need the probation show cause that we're here for, please. I'll keep this one. You just take that. I need to do that for the probation violation. Mute them, Lisa. People against John Fowler. 96 CDO 28500. Yes. Gosh, do I owe you an apology? Your name?
John Fowler.
So I adjourned it the first time. You were waiting in the room and I wanted time to explain it to you. And so I said adjourn it again. Then we adjourned it again. And that's the day that we have the power outage here. So my sincere apologies. Have you gone into Monroe yet?
No, we have a date for Friday.
I do not believe I can do this. I looked at their response. I did some research on my own. I don't believe I can do this. It says a first one you can get expunged. Yeah. What threw me here is that theirs was first in time, and then you came in front of me.
That was paperwork issues, I guess. I don't know.
Well, I understand, but that kind of threw me. But still, theirs is first in time. And the way I read it, I mean, I think the Attorney General's office nailed it on the head. I wanted to do this for you, to be honest with you. You've been clean for 30 years, it sounds like.
Yes. I haven't had a drink since this one.
Since 94 and 96. You were in front of Judge Schwenk in 96.
Yeah.
And I believe you. But I can't make my own rules here. I just don't believe I have the authority to do it. I think you're going to probably get that one. I mean, I don't want to speak for other judges. Yeah. But you've got a good chance of getting that one expunged. This one.
That really doesn't help me though, because
reason this all came about, I explained to you, is for trying to get the next card. And I had it twice. I went down to the bridge and talked to the Canadian officer down there, and she cleared it. And then I got it renewed once. So I had it twice, and then this renewal came up. And I don't know if it's due to all the border security stuff or what. They didn't renew it this time because of, like I say, I had it twice. I had it for over 10 years. And this renewal, they wouldn't do for whatever reason. And nothing's changed in my history. As you can see, there's no, I say I have not had a drink since this one.
No, I don't.
Donald L. Schwenk got through to me. Let's put it that way. Moving him over, I believe it was this courtroom from that side to this side was part of my Saturdays that I had to do. So I have not forgotten. He got through to me.
Part of the Saturdays, what do you mean? You did court work program?
Yes, I do 20 Saturdays plus community service.
20 Saturdays?
20 Saturdays plus community service, plus a huge fine. But yeah, it's still in my memory. So. And the funny part about Canada, they overlook some families, but they, or this, I should say, not Canada overlooking, the United States will overlook certain families, numerous ones, opposed to, I don't know why felony is a felony, I would think, but evidently not.
I am really sorry. I would like to do this for you. I don't believe I have the authority to do it. I'm sorry. I have to deny it. I wish I could help you. I really do. Sometimes some people are deserving and things can't, I just can't do it when I don't think I have the authority to do it. I'm sorry. I really am. And all the time you put in here. My apologies. Good luck to you.
All right.
Thank you very much. Are we ready with Mr. Fenwick? Yes. Connor Dennis Fenwick, 22B142398A.
Good morning, Judge. Attorney Corey Westmoreland, appearing on behalf of Mr. Fenwick. Mr. Fenwick, would you please state your full name for the record?
Connor Fenwick.
All right, so let's take the probation violation first. I agreed to take it under section 7411. I sentenced him back in, let's see. Lisa, can you tell me what day I sentenced him? I can't tell. I neglected to date this on here, believe it or not. I placed him on probation for 18 months.
October 25th of 2023.
All right. So he was supposed to be here in April of 24 on a violation of probation. Failure to pay fines and costs, failure to submit the biweekly testing as ordered on April 16th. Those were the two charges. How is he going to proceed on those?
That's correct, Your Honor. And at this time, after speaking with Mr. Fenwick, we are prepared to waive any sort of contested hearing and enter a guilty plea.
Is that right, sir? Is that what you want to do?
Yes, sir.
You plead guilty here, since you've absconded, you could get 90 days. Do you understand that?
Yes.
You're entitled to a hearing. You're entitled to remain silent, to testify, to bring in your own witnesses, to use the subpoena powers to bring in your own witnesses. If you plead guilty, you'll be giving up all those rights, and there will be no hearing. Do you understand that?
I do.
Call in Jessica, please. As to count one, that you failed to pay fines and costs, balance owing $45. How do you plead?
Guilty.
Count two, failure to submit the chemical testing as ordered on April 16, 2024. How do you plead?
Guilty.
You failed to submit the testing on that date, and did you also fail to pay your fines and costs?
Yes.
Anybody in the world force you to plead guilty?
No.
Plea is accepted. Geez, he just doesn't like to show up. Then he didn't show up after Judge Kirsten arraigned him. This is bad news.
I understand that, Your Honor. And I turned myself in Monroe, and I'm taking all the right steps to do the right thing. I don't want to live that life no more.
Mr. Westmoreland, well, first of all, Ms. O'Donnell, what would you like to say?
Just put on behalf of probation, Your Honor.
What would you like? Go ahead.
The only thing he's completed was the court work program days. He was in treatment at one point. He did go to rehab for a little bit, but I can never get him to stick with the program, Your Honor. I haven't heard from him in over a year.
Did I as yet revoke a 7411 status lease? I don't believe I did. Doesn't indicate on here that I did.
No, you didn't.
All right, counsel, what would you like to say? Anything?
Your Honor, Mr. Fenwick did turn himself into Monroe County where he just did serve some time. Then he was picked up by Wayne County because he had some pending matters. As he mentioned, he's now sober, wants to clear everything up and get everything behind him. On release, he will be working for a mobile company. So he's just trying to get his life back on track.
I really am, Your Honor. I want to do the right thing here.
I also have to call this other case. Oh, wait a minute. Just let me, bear with me 1 second here. Does he stand mute and waive formal reading on the retail fraud? This is 24W83705.
That's correct, Your Honor.
All right. I'll enter a not guilty plea. Indicate you stand mute. I need another bond. Oh, here it is. I'm going to go ahead and set the bond conditions on that. This is, you cannot leave the state without the consent of the court or violate any law or ordinance. You must appear in court as directed. No contact with the victim. You're not to enter 23800 Allen Road in Woodhaven. No contact with the prosecution witnesses. No contact with employees of the Woodhaven Walmart. And I'll give you your choice. Do you want a cash bond? Does he want a cash bond, you think? He's going to go to jail on this other case.
Yeah, I believe that would be appropriate, Your Honor.
So 10% is your bond on the retail fraud with those conditions. I'm going to give you a court date. You're going to be in front of Judge Hessen. I will do it on July the 2nd at 10:45. That will be in front of Judge Hessen. Okay. Now, on this case, I'm revoking your 7411 status, entering the conviction, and he owes how much in fines and costs right now, Lisa?
It's paid in full.
He's paid it in full? All right, so I'm going to sentence him anew. I see no reason. I need another first page. I don't know what I did with the other one. I see no reason to put you on probation any longer, so I'm revoking the 7411 status, entering the conviction. I just want to talk about how many days credit he has coming. He did 4 on the court work program, you said.
And then I have 3 days jail that he originally did. And
Okay.
then I do have that he did 5 days in rehab, if you'd like to include those days.
I don't think I ordered him to do that, though, did I?
I believe it was Judge Kirsten was here to do that, and had ordered him to do it.
All right. Anything else anybody wants to say?
I just want to state that I really do want to do the right thing and get my life back on track. I have a 9-year-old daughter that I have full custody of, and my parents are struggling to take care of her. But like I said, I turned myself in, and I want to be on the right track in life. I'm tired of running and everything else I've done. I deeply regret everything I did, and like I want to be on the right track.
100 fines, 200 costs. He's paid everything else, so we're gonna do $300 in 45 days. I'll give you credit for all 12 of those. You're gonna serve 33 more. If you don't pay fines and costs, you're gonna serve 45 additional days after that. I'm gonna let you pay this at the rate of $50 per week, and I will begin this starting September the 12th, okay? September 12th. If you need more money, you let the court know, or more time rather, to pay your money, I'll be glad to give you an extension, okay? You
All right,
just
thank
call
you.
the court, we'll go on Zoom, or you can come in here on or before any due date, and I'll give you an extension. I sincerely wish you well.
All right,
Good
thank
luck.
you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Judge.
I don't mess with
I don't know what to take next. Andrea Lynn Brewer. 25B148214. Your name, ma'am?
Andrea Lynn Brewer.
Counsel?
Good morning, everyone. You can get 1520 on the head with Brewer, who was the mailbox.
Just voted on behalf of probation.
I entered a not guilty plea. She said she wants a lawyer. She's charged with 2 counts of testing positive. How's she going to proceed?
My only question relates to the first violation. My understanding, she wasn't sentenced to probation until May 21st. So.
She was on bond conditions at that time, Your Honor.
So I think the first one would be a bond violation and not a probation violation.
That's true. I'll dismiss that.
Thank you.
Yeah, when they're on bond,
We didn't get the lab results till after.
I get it, but yeah, I'll dismiss. Count 1 is dismissed.
And she would plead guilty to count 2, Your Honor.
Is that what you want to do, ma'am?
Yes, sir.
If you plead guilty to that, that would be a violation of probation. You don't have any priors. You could get 5 days on this. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
And did you sign an advice of rights and read and understand the rights?
Yes,
If you
sir.
plead guilty to count 2, you'll be giving up all those rights, and there will be no hearing. Do you understand that?
Yes,
Is the
sir.
count 2 that you failed to refrain from consuming alcohol or drugs testing positive for cocaine on May 27 to 25? How do you plead?
Guilty.
Did you use cocaine, say consume cocaine within the 1 week preceding that, ma'am?
Yes, sir.
Anybody forced you to plead guilty?
No, sir.
And you still wish to do that, correct? Plead guilty?
Yes, sir.
Plea is accepted. I find it to be an accurate plea made voluntarily and understandingly. So count 1's dismissed. Count 2, I'm accepting her plea. What do you have to say here? She just was placed on probation. It's 3 weeks ago, a month ago, I guess.
So, she has done a significant amount of her community service. I know it's due on July 1st, but she has almost 14 hours done. She did start her IOP yesterday. It's gonna be 3 times per week for 3 hours. She's also going to Downriver Guidance Center. She's testing there 2 times per month. And then she sees them, I believe it's 1 time per month. She had been doing AA until she got in there. She's gone 16 times. She has paid in full, and I think she's had 4 clean tests since the positive test. She's working as a DoorDash driver. I'm just asking that the court, if anything, add some community service, possibly give her an extension on the original community service. And due to the new IOP and the fact that she'll be doing 9 hours a week there. And we're just asking that she be continued.
I gave her till July 1.
Right.
Why aren't you done with that yet, ma'am?
She's almost done.
How many hours have you done completely?
14,
So she still owes 10.
right.
And you're testing weekly, right?
Yes, sir.
So,
She's also testing additionally with downriver guidance twice a month.
all right. Ma'am, is there anything you would like to say?
I'm doing my best. I'm a lot better person for all of this. I'm so glad that this happened so that I can get my life together.
Yeah, you gotta stay off the drugs.
It's helped me so much. I mean,
Good,
I'm a way different person than I was when this first started.
that's good.
Judge, she did have a rough start to it, but she was honest right away that she used and that she wanted to get help. We got her into the guidance center right away. She's been doing great with there. She's tested timely for all of her tests since this positive test. They've all been negative. I have proof of her AA. She's got proof that she's doing her community service hours. Again, I think this was just a rough start to things, but things are looking up for her.
Good enough. You're to test weekly until September 1, then bi-weekly for 2 months, then monthly if you're clean. So if you stay clean, September 1, you're going to bi-weekly for 2 months, and then you're going to monthly testing. Serve 1 day on the court work program, pay $35 for that, pay additional costs of $100. Community service hours ordered at sentence to be completed by July 21. So I'm gonna give you a little extra time on that, okay?
Thank you, Your Honor.
So can you pay the $135?
Yes.
Okay, so you pay that today, you take care of this, stay clean.
Yep.
Okay?
Yes,
Stay
sir.
clean, good luck, thank you. Thanks. Gregory Allen Pugh. Gregory Allen Pugh Jr., 22B 141450, 21B 87514.
Right, Your Honor. Good morning, Will Hickey, B 1520, on behalf of Mr. Pugh, who is to my left, who's taking over the right, Mr. Pugh.
Gregory Pugh.
Well, I hope he's got the money to pay.
We have a significant amount of it. It appears that last time this attorney somewhat did him a disservice. He told the court that Mr. Pugh had a job. He had a job interview. He didn't get that job. He does have a job currently working at Superior Windows Corp. He has a letter from his employer. It includes the employer's name, phone number, if the court wants to contact him. He does work Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. to 4 p.m., earning $20 an hour. Really, if we could get a 3-week adjournment, we'd have all of this paid in full. But we're open to whatever the court wants to.
Your Honor, may I speak? I was really hoping on having the job at Holbrook Auto Parts the last time we spoke. And when I went in there, they said that they were gonna further with other candidates. And I was looking for jobs everywhere. With me having a felony, it was very difficult. I did get employed at a Windows Superior job on June 11th. And I've been working there since.
Doing what?
I do, I take out old windows, put in new windows if you need them.
How many hours do you work?
On a daily, 6 to 8 hours a day,
How many days?
5 days a week,
So you're working 30 to 40 hours. How much do you make per hour?
$20 an hour.
So you're making $600.
Yes, Your Honor. I have a work letter.
Up to 800. I'll believe you.
Yes, sir.
How are you gonna come up with this money in 3 weeks? How much do you have today?
Today I have $600. Yes, I just worked on June 11th and that
that's my whole, I only worked 3 days for that, so I got a 3-day check, but my boss gave me
And you have $600 in cash.
cash today. I tried to pay them.
I'm gonna set a $600 cash bond. I'm gonna adjourn this. You come up with the rest of the money. But I can't keep doing this.
Your Honor, you're right, and everything I've done was wrong. Like I stated last time, I am not trying to be or do what I have been doing. I am trying to turn my.
Well, that's
life
good.
around.
Lisa, give me a date a month out.
July 22nd at 8:30.
You gonna have the money by then?
July 22nd. What would be the remaining balance?
If you pay 600 in a bond today, that will apply. You'd have 1329.04 to pay.
I also have a bond for this charge.
That his grant was willing to sign over. I think it's
$740. I have all that receipts, all that here.
Do we have a $740 bond on this already, Lisa?
I think it was 700 and there was
Let me check.
processing fee of $40.
I have the date for August 19th, 2022. That might be the whole
No, is he talking about the bond from 2022?
You forfeited that a long time ago.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure I could clear that. If I could, I would.
You put $600 down on your bond. Come back on this date. We'll work it out, okay?
Okay, you said the remaining balance
Would be 13 something.
Okay.
It'd be 13, I think that was 19, yeah, 1329.04 after you pay the 600. All right, good luck. We'll see you back here. Thanks.
Thank you, and if I'm having any kind of issue with coming with the $1,300, is it okay to call you and state maybe another 2-week extension, or just come in with what I have?
Jeez. Hang on a second. Hang on 1 second.
Because I'm gonna say I'm 90% sure I'm gonna try everything I can in my power to make sure I have it.
Hang on a second.
Yes, sir.
Lisa, I always also on 22B141450. He's got a bunch of violations from that. You owe 710 on that case. That's on the controlled substance charge. We're gonna adjourn that one 3 weeks, just for the record too. Or July 22, you gave me at 8:30, is that right?
Yes, that's correct.
So we're gonna adjourn them both to July 22. So you're gonna have to be sentenced on both. You understand that, Mr. Pugh?
I do, yeah. I do.
So get your date down the hall. I don't know how to answer your question. I can't really take a phone call. And,
I'm just saying because last time you said to call into the courts and let you know my issues.
well, I said, I tell everybody, if you don't have the money, you come in, you call the court, we'll go on Zoom. I tell everybody that, or come in here voluntarily, but that is a little bit different because this is not, I'm not setting a payment plan now.
Understood, Your Honor. Is there any way to get it more than 3 weeks? I don't think he took into account the other 700, and he thought some of his bond would go towards it, not realizing that was
Well, the $710 one, I can work that out with him. I'm not worried about that as much as I am the restitution on the other case.
Understood.
Yes, so.
So 1329 in 3 weeks.
July 22nd.
3 weeks is like 4.
You need more time? I thought you told me, maybe I'm misunderstanding.
I could really love more time. I mean, I'm not asking for 4 or 3 months, a month and a half, I can be more comfortable knowing I can pay you that money without, I'm here today. I did not show up
Lisa,
today.
give me a date 2 weeks later, will you?
I just don't want to come in here.
I got it.
But
August 5th at 8:30.
August 5th at 8:30.
thank you. That's extremely possible.
Jeez. August 5th at 8:30, okay?
Thank you, Your Honor.
I wish you well. I really do. Good luck.
Yeah, thank you for your patience.
No problem.
Good to see you.
You should be a lawyer.
Huh?
You should be a lawyer.
Ooh, yeah. All right, what other one do you have here? I'm just beat.
Oh.
This is Ms. Smith,
Yeah, I got someone on Zoom.
Sylvester Daryl Smith. Oh, 06R628213. Yeah, let me get that one too. Let me just get this one out of here. Your name, sir?
Yes, sir.
Good morning, Your Honor. Hassan Zohar, P83043, on behalf of Mr. Sylvester Smith.
Good morning. Your name, sir, Mr. Smith.
Good morning, Judge McNally. My name is Sylvester Smith, not Sylvester. SYLEST.
I saw that. My apologies.
Okay.
My
It's
apologies.
okay.
Me as well.
Thank you.
He did not have a commercial license endorsement when the time of the 2006. No?
No, nobody was seriously hurt or injured either.
Okay. Have you ever had a commercial license, sir?
I have one now.
Your Honor, would you like me to advocate on behalf of Mr. Smith?
Yeah, I'm just waiting for you if you want to say something. I'm sorry. I'm kind of reading. I was waiting for you. My apologies. Go ahead.
It's okay, Your Honor. Thank you for the opportunity this morning. This is a motion to set aside two operating while license suspended, revoked, or denied convictions. One of them 2006, the other in 2011. We've received indication from the Attorney General that Mr. Smith is eligible to have these set aside should his post-conviction circumstances and behavior warrant setting it aside, and should it be in the interest of the public welfare. Your Honor, his Michigan State Police report shows his last criminal contact was in 2019. He is currently gainfully employed. He has a valid license, and he even has a commercial endorsement now. These convictions are hindering his ability to, get really good jobs with his commercial license right now. And he's also working with Project Clean Slate to go through his entire criminal history, hopefully provide him with a clean slate.
Can I stop you a second?
Yes.
I only have one proposed order in here right now.
I can send you the other one, Your Honor.
Good enough. Go ahead. What would you like to say?
Just that, Your Honor, Blue Star Inc., he takes care of his mother and his next door neighbor who are elderly. He shovels the snow for them in the winter, cuts the grass, makes sure everything is okay. And he's just a really good, upstanding member of society.
All right, so let's just cover this. The applicant's not been convicted of more than 3 felonies and has no criminal charges pending against him, correct?
That is correct, Your Honor.
He's not been convicted of any criminal offense during the applicable time period. And let's see, the time period required opportunity has been given. I'm just checking all these circumstances and behavior of the applicant from the date of the applicant's conviction to the filing of the application warrant, setting aside the conviction. And I'm going to go ahead and grant that. I don't think I have to check any of these other boxes here. So let me just
I don't think so either, Your Honor. Your Honor, I do.
Good.
I know that you can put in B right under the operating while license suspended. You can put in the 2011 one just to make it one order, or I can have our offices send you one for the 2011.
Let me do that, but
it's on the first page there, and my apologies for that.
No, that's fine. You don't have to apologize. So that was the other drywall suspend. I'm just going to put it
Judge, the second one is set for tomorrow because it's a Woodhaven case.
Oh, that's why it is.
Yeah, so you do have the file down there if you want to do them both, but it's just on 2 different dockets.
That makes sense. My apologies, Your Honor.
So I'm sorry, I'm gonna have to have you zoom in again tomorrow, okay? I'll fill out this one. But that's the 06R one, right?
06R is set for today because it was a state case. Written under state law.
Yeah, this order's dated June 23, though. I just wanted to make sure. So I just addressed 06R 628213. I'm granting the request. And why don't you prepare the other order, if you will, on the other one, counsel, and send it over, and I'll get you.
I already did it, Judge. You have it down there ready for tomorrow.
I do?
Yeah.
Boy, you guys keep me straight. All right, we'll see you guys tomorrow. I'm signing this order. Thanks, guys.
See you tomorrow morning.
I know. Good luck, sir.
Thank you so much, Judge McNally.
Thank you.
Okay.
Diamond Gee? 2522B141007. You keep pushing me, showing up late like this. Why are you showing up at 11:15 for a 10:15?
I didn't know that it was, I didn't know what time it was. I just came in as soon as I could. And I've never showed up late.
You haven't?
No.
Let me see here.
It's my first time ever coming in this week. I always be here.
Doesn't look like you appeared on October 12th of 22, nor did you appear on May 11th of 22, nor did you appear on April 13th of 22. I mean, it's not that hard. We give you a notice. You check out your notice. You can throw your gum in there, man, in the garbage. Right here to him. You have a charge of failure to attend your scheduled probation visit, May the 30th. June the 11th, failed to submit the monthly testing as ordered on April 15th, failed to submit the monthly testing as ordered on May the 6th, failed to provide verification of attending and completing outpatient treatment. 5 charges. Do you understand the charges?
Yeah.
You've had 6 technical violations. Your probation could be revoked and you could be incarcerated for the maximum provided by law in this case, which is 93 days. Do you understand that?
Yes.
Did you sign the advice of rights?
Yes.
Did you read it?
Yeah.
Did you understand it?
Yeah.
If you plead guilty, you'll be giving up all those rights and there will not be a hearing. Do you understand that?
Yes.
You have the right to a lawyer. I'll be glad to give you one. Do you want one?
Sure.
I'll enter a not guilty plea here. We're going to give you a date. Actually, we can give her a new date, Lisa. You live in Taylor, ma'am?
Yeah.
I still have Garrett to do with you, right, Mr. Mahikian?
Yes, sir.
You want a new date? I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm just going to set this over.
Okay, July 8th at 9:30.
July 8th at 9:30. Okay? July 8th at 9:30 will be your court date. Do you
So
understand?
just bring all my paperwork. Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
I'm entering a not guilty plea. Appoint her a lawyer. And you'll see your lawyer next time. I want you to get a lawyer, okay?
Okay.
Good luck. Amanda Justine Garrett, 25T700567. Ms. Garrett, your name? Is she out there, Lisa?
Yeah, hold on. It went into the breakout room.
Let me do
Why
this.
it's doing that?
People against Rodney Sean Tuttle. 25B701485. Your name, Sergeant?
Detective Sergeant Morrison, Brownstown Police. Can you hear me okay, Your Honor?
I can. Raise your right hand. You solemnly swear or affirm under penalties of perjury the testimony you'll give in these proceedings be the whole true self you got.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, go ahead.
Your Honor, for the purposes of this reading, the defendant was identified as Rodney Sean Tuttle, a white male, 10/27/1986. This incident occurred at 27019 Bathurst Drive, Brownstown Township, Wayne County, Michigan, on 8/21/24 at approximately 7:54 hours. The following report was completed by reviewing reports and body worn camera footage of other officers, in addition to Detective Sergeant Morrison's own investigation. Officers were dispatched to location in reference to a domestic disturbance. Upon arrival, they met with a caller and were directed to a male, the defendant Tuttle, who was shouting across the street on public property on a sidewalk. The defendant was agitated and would not stop walking away from uniformed officers who directed him to stop. He became physically combative and punched Officer McParland in the head when Officer McParland tried to restrain him. A brief foot chase ensued, and Tuttle was taken to the ground where he continued to resist. Defendant Tuttle assaulted Officer McParland by grabbing him and assaulted Officer Nowick by squeezing and pulling her fingers, causing fractures in her hand and fingers. The defendant also dropped an item out of his pocket in the presence of officers, which was later confirmed to be methamphetamine. The officers involved were Officer McParland, Officer Nowick, and Officer Grimm. Civilian witnesses, relatives of the defendant, witness Mary Jackson and witness Bryce Jackson. On 8/21/24 at 7:54 hours, officers McParland, Nowick, and Grimm were dispatched location for a domestic incident that occurred. When Officer McParland arrived on scene, he made contact with witness Mary Jackson, who stated that her daughter, witness Bryce Jackson, was possibly assaulted by her brother, the defendant, Rodney Tuttle. Defendant Tuttle was across the street yelling at Officer McParland that he did nothing wrong. Officer McParland advised the defendant he was detained for investigation. Defendant Tuttle refused and started to walk away. Officer McParland told Defendant Tuttle numerous times to stop, but he did not comply. As Officer McParland reached out to grab the defendant's wrist, he pulled away from Officer McParland. Officer McParland reached again for his arm, and the defendant punched Officer McParland on the right side of Officer McParland's forehead. Officer McParland fell down to the ground, and the defendant took off running northbound on Kirby Road. Officer McParland chased the defendant to the front of 23432 Kirby, where Officer Grimm and Officer McParland tackled the defendant down to the ground in a cement driveway. While the defendant was on the ground, he continued to fight with Officer McParland, Officer Grimm, and Officer Nowick. Officer McParland delivered a knee strike to the defendant Tuttle to the ribs to get him to surrender his hands. Officer McParland mounted on top of the defendant to pin him to the ground and struck defendant Tuttle in the face while trying to take him into custody. The officers were eventually able to secure the defendant in handcuffs to take him into custody. Officer McParland had observed the defendant drop an item out of his hoodie pocket while he was running. Upon examining this item, the officers observed that it was consistent with narcotics, a white substance in a small plastic bag. It was collected on scene by Officer Grimm. Officer Nowick observed the defendant punch Officer McParland and then run when the incident began. After the defendant was taken into the ground, defendant Tuttle was refusing to comply with multiple clear directions to stop resisting and surrender his arms. Officer Grimm was able to pull one of the arms out from under the defendant, and Officer Nowick was able to place one handcuff on the subject's wrist. The defendant then grabbed Officer Nowick's left hand, twisting Officer Nowick's left hand, trying to pull Officer Nowick to the ground. Officer McParland was able to retrieve the defendant's other arm, and Officer Nowick used a second hand, and they were able to handcuff the defendant. Officer McParland sustained multiple abrasions on both of his arms, hands, and knees as he was trying to take the defendant into custody. Both Officer Nowick's hands had abrasions. She had an abrasion on her right knee. Officer Nowick's ring finger and pinky, her left ring finger and pinky were swollen and began to bruise. Officer Nowick did receive medical attention, and the following injuries were diagnosed at Concentra in Woodhaven: contusion of the left hand, contusion of the left little finger, contusion of the left ring finger without damage to nail, fracture of a proximal phalanx of the left little finger. A forensics analysis on 10/1/24 by MSP scientist Michelle Rockwell revealed the following results for suspected narcotics collected by Officer Grimm. Methamphetamine, 1.24 grams. Should be noted that officers on scene arrived in fully marked police Chevrolet Tahoe units. They were in police uniform. Multiple officers were giving commands at different times to stop resisting, and giving specific commands. The defendant was verbally and physically resisting and assaulting officers while they were trying to detain him and arrest him. The defendant tunnel can be seen clearly on footage, grabbing and squeezing Officer Nowick's left-handed fingers while pulling his arm towards himself as she cries out and shouts at him to let go. I have nothing further, Your Honor, but I would like to amend the date that I signed to today's date, which is 6/24.
Yeah, I changed that. I'm authorizing the issuance on the assault, resist, and obstruct an officer causing injury. That's count 1, 4-year. And then we got assault, resist, and obstruct an officer. Count 2, involving Officer McPartlin, and then possession of meth, count 3. So I'm authorizing, I'm signing, and we'll put the warrants in the lien. Have a good day. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor. Be safe.
2, Amanda Garrett. Amanda Justine Garrett, I need Emily, 25T700567.
Good morning, Your Honor. Will Hickey, P1520 on behalf of Ms. Garrett, who was present via video. State name for the record, Ms. Garrett?
Yes. I can't hear him that well. Can we turn it up?
State your name for the record, Ms.
Your name, ma'am. We need your name.
Amanda Garrett. Sorry, I couldn't hear.
That's all right. So now she has 2 counts. How is she going to proceed on these?
Gonna plead guilty, Your Honor.
If you plead guilty here, this would be your first 2 technical violations. You could get 10 days. Do you understand that?
I do understand that, Your Honor.
And you understand all the rights? Again, you have the right to remain silent, right to testify, right to bring in your own witnesses, right to use the subpoena powers of the court to bring in those witnesses.
I do understand that.
If you plead guilty, you're giving up those rights. You're waiving the presumption of innocence. You're waiving the requirement that they prove you guilty by a preponderance of the evidence, and that would go down as a probation violation conviction. Do you understand that?
I do understand that, Your Honor.
All right. If you plead guilty, you're giving up those rights. I'm now going to ask you as to count 1. Failure to submit the weekly testing is ordered on June the 6th. How do you plead?
I do.
How do you plead? How do you plead to that?
Guilty.
Did you fail to submit the weekly testing as ordered on June the 6th?
Yes.
Is to count 2. Did you fail to provide written verification of attending and completing intensive outpatient treatment? How do you plead?
I plead not guilty. They were supposed to send it over, but they never did.
Complete intensive outpatient treatment?
I've been there 9 times and then I transferred over to inpatient treatment. The psychiatrist was supposed to send over verification.
I only sentenced you a month ago, right? 5 weeks ago.
Yeah, I've been there at least like 8 times, at least 7 or 8 times. I go 3 times a week.
Slow down. The charges that you didn't.
But I started going to outpatient treatment before you sentenced me.
I believe you, but just listen. The charge is that you, who have the responsibility to do so, fail to provide verification of attendance at IOP. You still want to be not guilty.
Didn't you tell me to?
Listen, wait a second.
Yes.
Whoever that is cannot be conferring with you.
Okay, I'm sorry. Yeah, not guilty.
Hang on, slow down.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I ask the caseworker manager to exit the room, please.
Your Honor, I think a little confusion. I did say I was going to ask if the court would get rid of that due to the fact that she had been going to outpatient.
I know, but I want the case manager out of the room. Thank you.
Now you have some information that will make it make more sense.
Okay. Your name.
Emily Casino.
What do you want to add?
So no, I did receive documentation that she started intensive outpatient on May 7th of 25. But then on June 9th, I received notification from her supervisor at New Oakland Family Services that she was discharged unsuccessfully because she missed 3 times in a row.
All right, so here's the deal. You can plead not guilty and we can have a hearing. You can plead guilty or you can plead not guilty. If you want to plead not guilty, that's fine. I'll swear her in and I'll make a determination as to whether or not you failed to provide verification of attending and completing intensive outpatient treatment.
Okay, I plead not guilty.
All right, raise your right hand. You solemnly swear or affirm under penalties of perjury that the testimony you'll give in these proceedings will be the whole true self you got.
Yes, Your Honor.
Just so there's no misunderstanding, I'm accepting the plea as to count 1. We're proceeding on the hearing as to count 2, failure to provide verification of attending and completing IOP. You can go ahead.
So just as I stated, I have an email from Kaylee Wiley. It's dated June 9, 2025, and she states in the email that Ms. Garrett did not show up for IOP today, and with it being her 3rd time in a row that she missed, she would be discharged from IOP as of today.
And that was dated?
The email is dated June 9th, so she missed June 9th, which was the 3rd time in a row.
Okay. Any questions ever, Mr. Nahikian?
Do you know when she started the inpatient treatment?
So then she started the inpatient treatment. It was detox. She went June 11th of 25.
All right. Any other questions?
No, Your Honor.
Do you wish to have your client testify?
No.
Okay. I mean, it's pretty clear here, ma'am. I don't need to have argument. You were discharged from the program because of non-attendance. And I'm going to find you guilty as charged on that. Now, where's she at inpatient-wise?
She's in California.
California?
Yeah.
So I do think she relapsed and took the necessary steps to get back on track. So I do give her credit for that.
Whereabouts in California are you?
Simi Valley.
Oh. Okay, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, I mean, it would probably be complicated with her being there. So in the letter, it states 45 days. I mean, we do have quite a bit of time with her just being sentenced. I don't know if when she comes home, if sobriety court would be a good thing for her. I think she's someone.
Could be, Ms. Garrett.
Struggle.
I can get you in our sobriety court. You don't have. I can get you in our sobriety court. We can help you. Here's what I'm doing. If did you say the 11th she went in?
Yeah, so that's where it gets sticky. So we'll kind of lose a little bit of time, but.
That's okay.
Yeah, June 11th, and it says that she'll receive 45 days of service.
I want you in my sobriety court. I want to adjourn this. I'm going to adjourn it, okay? I'm going to adjourn it, the sentence, and we're going to make it, good boy. Give me about 30 days out, Lisa.
July 22nd at 8:30.
July 22nd at 8:30, and then I'm going to find out how you're doing over there. Okay, Ms. Garrett?
Yeah.
All right, hang with it. Can I see the screening report real quick? I think sobriety court would be the perfect fit for you.
Okay.
First offense, but she's been very forthcoming about.
I know, and I appreciate that. You're 38. You went to Penn State.
Yes, I did.
What are you going to do with that? You were smart enough to get into Penn State.
Yep, and I went to nursing school as well.
All right, let's get your life back on track. Take that. We'll see you July 22nd, okay?
Yes, thank you, Judge McNally.
I wish you well.
Should we
Stay
do
with.
Thank you.
later?
I will.
So wait.
Should we do later in the day with the time difference?
Oh yeah, it's gonna be 5:30 in the morning there.
Good catch, Tab.
I know. Let's do it, Lisa. Let's do it at 11:30, okay?
Okay.
Thank you for taking that into consideration.
No problem. July 22nd is what day of the week? Is that a Tuesday?
It's a Tuesday. Mr. Nahikian will be here.
Good, perfect. Thank you. We'll see you then. Good luck.
All right,
Thanks.
thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thanks a lot.
How did that report?
I just handed it to you.
Oh, I'm busy. I'll take that.
That's okay. Thanks, Bill.
Thank you, Your Honor. Have a happy 4th of July.
Hey, you too. Take care. You keeping busy?
Oh, yeah, I'm running to another court. I got Oakland served it at 1, so I got to drive right now.
All right. See you later. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
We do have at 1 o'clock, so if you want to tackle.
What do we have at 1 o'clock?
Judge,
Yeah.
what? I'm sorry. I heard you say that. You asked me about the 1 o'clock this morning. But I just got a call from Mr. Carroll. He's in the hospital. I'm waiting for proof.
Oh, so we might not sentence him today. I see. Well, I got all kinds of victims showing up on that. There's like 4 different victims. I doubt if you get that, Lisa, we could take it to probation, see if they have phone numbers of the victims. If they do, they can call them off and tell them when we're going to reschedule.
Okay.
No, I'm totally fine. Like, love it, love it, love it. Can I ask why?